one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Stand roll call.
Mr. Erico?
Here.
Mr. G?
Here.
Mrs. Maroney?
Here.
Dr. Chen?
Here.
Mrs. Badowski?
Here.
Mrs. Maneker?
Here.
Everyone's present except for Mrs. Patel, Mrs. Peng, and Mrs. Conway.
Okay. I know Mrs. Pang and Mrs. Falguni will be joining us shortly. I think Mrs. Conway may also. Okay. New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with this provisions of this act, the Edison Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Board of Education administrative offices. Copies of these notices were sent to the Home News and Star Ledger on June 17, 2020. The public may participate at regular meetings in accordance with the bylaws and the applicable state regulations. Ooh, say that again. All right. Just to let the public know, I'm not sure if any public is even in here, but let me see. Let's see. Yes, there's one or two people in the public. Just to let the public know, we have one resolution to discuss after we come out of closed session. I don't think closed session should be too long. When we come out of closed session, we'll follow the agenda as is printed. So at this time, Dan, if you could read the closed session resolution.
All right. Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas this public body is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, now therefore be resolved by the Board of Education of the Township of Edison as follows. 1, the public shall be excluded from discussion of and action upon the herein specified subject matters. 2, the general nature of the subject matter to be discussed is as follows: attorney-client privilege discussion regarding superintendent's evaluation, updates on negotiations, former student matters, and insurance settlement. 3, it is anticipated at this time that the above stated subject matter shall be made public at such time as the need for non-disclosure no longer exists. And 4, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Thank you. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion to move.
Beth and Jerry, please. Thank you.
Mrs. Maneker?
Yes.
Mrs. Badowski?
Yes.
Dr. Chen?
Yes.
Mrs. Maroney?
Yes.
Mr. Shi?
Yes.
Mr. Erico?
Yes.
Well, yes.
Okay, public, we should be back. I'm hoping 30 minutes. Everyone here, please go into closed session, use the new code, and I'll see everyone in closed session that doesn't have any conflicts. Thank you. Thank you for your patience, public. We spent a little more time than we thought, but we're going to get back into the public session right now. Can I have a motion to reconvene?
Shannon is on as an attendee.
Okay, good. Shannon, welcome. Motion to reconvene.
Motion to move.
Jerry and Carol.
Mr. Badowski?
Ralph, can you let Shannon in?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, not the, which Ralph?
Yes.
I think Emilio has to let her in.
Mr. Maneker, to
Yeah.
reconvene. Mrs.
Yes.
Badowski?
Yes.
Dr. Chen?
Yes.
Mrs. Peng?
Yes.
Mrs. Maroney?
Yes.
Mr. Shi?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Erico?
Yes.
Well, yes, we're back in open session.
Okay. Do we do public comments now on the resolutions?
Yes.
All right. Hold on. Let me see my participants here. We have no participants.
You have 7 participants.
Hold on. We do? Oh, I'm not seeing them here.
Actually, 8.
Attendees, Ralph? On the
8
right.
to 10.
Oh, no,
Including
7.
Shannon, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, hold on. Oh, here we go. Okay. Any public comment on resolutions only, please? Seeing none?
You want Dan to
Okay.
explain what the resolution is?
Ralph,
Oh,
Ralph,
yes,
maybe
true.
you need.
That's what I
Ralph?
thought. It's reversed, isn't it? It should be resolutions, then public comment.
Now, Dan need to explain the resolution.
Okay, Dan, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. If you remember last month, well, the first meeting we had in June 15th, we had 4 resolutions for contractors, bus contractors that agreed to take 60% or less of their total amount. Now that the governor said we had to pay them, we were trying to get our bigger contractors to take that 60. So far, they're holding out. But we did have one of our smaller vendors go to success, accept the 60%. However, in order for me to pay them, I have the board has to pass a resolution, and then I have to send them an agreement that they sign off on the 60%. So we're proposing for Road to Success to be paid at 60% of their total contract cost for March 16th through the end of June.
Any board comments?
So the other bigger players we're still negotiating then, right?
Yeah, we're having some problems. Dapper and Bark are our 2 biggest ones, and we also have
Yeah.
Alani hanging out there, which is bigger than Road to Success. But Dapper and Bark are our biggest ones. They're probably 90% of our total routes.
Okay.
All right, keep negotiating hard, Dan.
Yeah.
All right, any other board comments? Okay, now public comments on the resolutions only. Let me get back into my full attendee list. I don't see any hands raised. So, okay. Then we're gonna go into
Need a motion to pass it now?
motion to pass. There we go. Motion to pass.
Motion to move.
Okay, we got Beth and we got Jerry.
Mrs. Madiker,
Yes.
Mrs. Badowski,
Yes.
Dr. Chen,
Yes.
Mrs. Peng,
Yes.
Mrs. Maroney,
Yes.
Mr. Shi,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Ms. Derico.
Yes,
Oh, yes, thank you.
thank you. Board member comments. Let me see hands. Anyone want to? Okay, Jerry?
So I just have a comment about, the graduation / promotion. I don't think that the elementary and middle school, we did anything for those kids, right? The high school, we have a virtual graduation, which, they did a good job, and hope we can have a in-person sometimes in the July, but some of the people probably already moved on, so they probably will not be able to attend. So I was surprised that for the elementary and middle school, I don't see that we had any promotion or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, Dr. Reagan. Did any of the schools have any, celebration for that?
Yeah, many of the schools did different things at the middle schools and the elementary schools. No one did as formal graduation as the 2 high schools, but I know the middle schools and elementary schools did a variety of different things. We left it up to the principals to kind of decide how best to do that and still be safe. But no, they didn't traditionally do the formalized ceremony like they used to do the moving up ceremonies. I know they would do it at the middle school and some of the elementaries. I happened to be at Herbert Hoover when the students were coming to drop off their supplies, and they had a little ceremony. They had they met a couple of the teachers, obviously with the social distancing, where they got a package with some stuff from Hoover, and they were able to take pictures out in front of the sign. We had it decorated with the moon. Mr. McGrath was there. A number of the schools did things like that, Mr. Shea, but we didn't do a formalized, recorded presentation like they did at the 2 high schools.
I just heard that some of the schools they didn't have it, so I hope I'm wrong. Just some of the feedback I heard from some of the parents. The second is that about the summer program. We have teachers who teach these summer programs online, but for this particular class, the teacher lost connection the whole day for that class. So is there any way that the board can have a hotspot or something as a backup in case that the internet happens, right? Internet providers, I lose my connection a couple of times during the day, unfortunately. And for a teacher to teach a regular class and you lose it, and some of these summer classes very short, to me, it's a little bit bigger impact. So I don't know if the district can do something about to have a backup plan for the teachers.
Yeah, we could definitely set something up, Jerry. Mr. Shi, have that particular teacher reach out to me, and I'll direct her to probably to Mr. Barker, and we'll figure it out. One of the easiest ways, though, too, and the teachers may not be comfortable with this, though, is they can do it in their classroom, where we have connectivity and do the remote from there. But there's a variety of options, and if anyone's having connectivity problems, we do have hotspots that we can let them out. Absolutely.
How many teachers do we have teaching the summer courses? Can we just do we have enough hotspot to give it to them just as in case that something happens that day? Because you cannot anticipate things happen, right? So you try to log on in the morning, boom, all of a sudden you lose connections.
Let me double check that, and then I'll coordinate that with Mr. Barker. If we can do that, we'll set it up as soon as possible.
Okay. And the third thing is, last year we put the modular classroom for Woodrow Wilson Middle School, and we had a plan to to fix the outside of the Woodrow Wilson. The original plan was to do it in the summer. So where are we on this?
You want to weigh in on, Mr. Michelle? I think we paused, obviously, because of what was going on. And
Yeah, we were getting ready to put the bid out for that, and then we discussed it because of what was going on. So we held up on it right now. We knew it was going to be.
We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. But you have in a budget.
Yeah, we budgeted, so I think we should go out to bid immediately.
It looks ugly because if you don't, unless you don't want to do it, if you're going to do it later, it's going to cost more.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's ugly, and if we can get it done this summer, it'd be great. Dan, you think you can get that bid out and we can get something in by the July meeting?
Yeah, I know that they were working on the specifications for it. They may have already be very close to having them completed.
Okay.
So I'll give them a call tomorrow. That was SSP that was doing that. So
right. So get them down their toes.
Right. Well, they were working on it, since last year, so they should be completed by now. Just what direction we want to give it to them to move forward or not.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I know.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right, Jerry.
No, you go ahead.
No, I know. In speaking to Elizabeth today, she was going to make that one of our topics on the next finance and facilities meeting.
That's good. Okay. All right. Cool.
Anything else, Jerry?
The third thing is I mentioned about the library not open and the kids cannot check out books at the last meeting. Can we have one summer reading program? Because we have like 3 or 4 books for the kids to read in the summer. Can we make one book online so the kids can just read it online and still be able to write book reports for the beginning of the school year? And where are we on that? Because that was a suggestion last time. Dr. Bragan?
I'll take a look, Mr. Shi. I forget where we left off on that. And to be honest with you, I didn't have that prepared for this meeting because I thought we only had a couple of those items that we were going to address. But I'll follow up with Mrs. Polakowski as well as Mrs. Mahabir. I know there are online resources that we can definitely use, so I'll make sure we facilitate that. Moving forward.
I'm just asking for one book, out of each grade, because we normally give them 3 or 4,
that they can have access to. I got you.
Yeah.
I'll email all the board back as soon as I get that.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, Jerry?
That's it.
Okay. Any other board members? Hold on. I can't see everyone. Everyone good? All right. So now we're going to go to public comments. So public, if you'd like to participate, please raise your hand in the virtual room. And again, you have 6 minutes. When you come on, please state your name and address. And let me see if there's any hands up. I'll give them a second or two. All right, I don't see any hands.
No, there's one.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Mr. Craiglow, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody.
He's on mute.
I had a question.
Hello.
Ernest Craiglow, 151 Vineyard Road. I had a question about summer sports. I may have missed any information that has recently come out, as far as, is there any kind of timeline for fall sports, summer?
Well, as far as high school sports, everything's been
Yes.
canceled. There may be some summer leagues that our high school players are involved in, but it wouldn't be under the NJSIAA realm because I think they pretty much canceled the seasons. I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Brigham, if you hear, July 23rd, I believe, football can start, contact, and they did not say, though, when the season could start.
Okay, so we really don't know yet.
No, we're still waiting for direction from, obviously, Governor Murphy and also the NJSIA and the State Board of Ed.
Because I saw phase 1, I think it was July 13th, but it's up to the district.
Right.
Mr. Craiglo, there were some options for July 13th, the first day you're at site practices. You know, we met today, we were talking about it. Everyone in the county as of today is waiting for guidance from the Greater Middlesex Sports Conference to tell them so we're all on the same page. But July 13th is the day where outside practices can begin, and there's parameters for social distancing, checking for temperatures and things like that, that we're trying to get guidance from the conference, and we're all on the same page. So stay tuned. We'll get more information moving forward, but we are planning parameters.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Craiglo.
Thank you.
All right. I don't see any more hands.
Just one quick question. Sorry, Ralph.
Go ahead.
You just reminded me, Mr. Craiglo's question. So what's the deal with our red field?
Done. We just have to do a walkthrough. Dan's going to get them in. Dan's not going to pay any bills until we do a walkthrough and we get that equipment that we were promised. Right, Dan?
That's right.
So I did talk to Perry. Perry is quarantined because he had some major underlying conditions. So he is having someone else do the walkthrough and making sure everything's right. And I think Dan and Dr. Bragan or whoever should be a part of that walkthrough. And then we were supposed to get that equipment that we could turn over to pellets to make sure it lasts longer. So before any bills were paid, I told Perry, until we have everything, you're not getting paid.
So is that the same equipment for the other football field, or it's a different equipment?
I think it's updated. I think it's pretty similar, but now we have the different pellets and the different turf, the more safer turf. I think it's a little different.
That's a different pallet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the football
okay.
field was done 8 years ago. It was more of a
Yeah.
tire type pellet. This is not tire based.
Oh, okay. Okay.
These are supposed to stay cooler and not
Yeah,
and
cool field. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I didn't know they're using different pallets. Okay.
Yep.
All
right. And when
Okay.
we have any openings or anything like that on that field, I'll invite all the board members, if you're available, to come down and see that nice red field.
I saw it. I drove there over the weekend. I saw it's in a good shape. I didn't know are we ready or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, it's ready to play on. Yep, we could play on it.
So
All
you're
right.
gonna throw the first pitch?
I think me and you should. I want to see who has a better arm.
Okay.
All right. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Jerry and let's see, hold on. And Carol. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for taking out an hour and a half of your time on a Wednesday. Thank you, Dr. Bragan. Thank you, Mr. Barker. Thank you, Hope.
Good night.
See everyone in July.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.